Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to Nerd Safari. I am still Ellie, and today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie, which came out in 1992.
Buffy, you're not like other girls.
Yes, I am.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
In a weird fluke of timing, last year I hosted a screening of this movie at our local Alamo Drafthouse just a few days after Luke Perry died. Now in 1992 he was at the peak of his heartthrob powers due to his well-known role in Beverly Hills 90210. And as movie nerds, we know that with great power comes great responsibility.
I just met this girl named Buffy. I'm Pike.
Pike isn't a name, it's a fish.
Now with Luke Perry, he really did step up and use this power wisely, because with his name attached, the Buffy movie secured financial backing which otherwise it may well not have done, and then this could have kicked off a whole catastrophic thing, meaning we had no Buffy.
I liked her even though she seemed kind of flaky.
Because of being part of this movie, Perry himself became a vital part of redefining the role of male love interest in a movie with a strong female lead.
She was the one person I could really count on. Kill him a lot. Hi.
Hi. What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? I'm saving your butt.
This movie is quite different to what we've come to expect up until now. He's drawn to Buffy because of her strength, not to save her. She's on a mission not driven by trauma or revenge, but by destiny. And just take a look at that poster. He's hiding behind her.
That is a bad guy. Can we go, please?
And why do we love this movie? There is an argument to be made that without this movie, there would be no TV show. This movie did not do well enough in theaters to inspire sequels. However, the success on VHS contributed significantly to interest in expanding it into a television series. Now just imagine, what if Joss Whedon's ideal Buffy film had tanked? Or conversely, what if it did incredibly well and he felt satisfied enough by it to put the entire property to rest? Now let's talk trivia. Joss Whedon was 27, a sitcom staff writer for popular sitcoms such as Roseanne and Parenthood, and also Waterworld, but we don't talk about that one. And as a lot of people only found out a couple of weeks ago when this hit headlines for some reason, Joss Whedon sold this, which was Buffy, his first screenplay, to Dolly Parton's production company, Sand Dollar, in 1991. In interviews, Whedon said the idea for the film came from seeing too many blondes walking into alleyways and being killed. I wanted just once for her to fight back when the monster attacked and kick his ass.
If she can just get rid of those other guys in her life. Stab him in the heart!
Now there were some powerful personalities involved in the making of this movie, not least of whom is Paul Reubens, who actually, you remember that iconic scene.
Paul Reubens.
He improvised the entirety of his iconic death scene, which has just been blown up and spoofed and just adored ever since then.
Are we having a nightmare?
When asked about Paul Reubens, Joss Whedon said, "He is a god that walks among us. He is one of the sweetest, most professional, and delightful people I have ever worked with." And a lot of people who have worked with him since have said the same. However, it was not all sunshine and rainbows on set.
You threw a knife at my head.
And you caught it.
When asked about rumors of a possible personality conflict with one Donald Sutherland, Whedon responded, "No, he was just a prick." How about some Easter eggs and cameos? Not technically cameos, but look out for Ricky Lake and Ben Affleck on the basketball court. You'll also notice Hilary Swank's movie debut as one of Buffy's friends, and the keen-eyed among you will spot Seth Green, who filmed a much bigger role in this movie, but he was cut but not entirely. You can still glimpse a head of hair at one point in the movie that could belong only to Seth Green. Now, how about the movie we almost got? David Bowie, Mick Jagger, and Carrie Elwes were set to make cameos as vampires, but these were cut due to time and budgetary restraints, breaking the hearts of everybody around the world. Just imagine the different vampire characters that each of them could have brought to the screen. It's just incredible to think of what we lost out on. Now, it is fairly well known that Joss Whedon walked off set before the production finished. This was something he was incredibly passionate about, his idea. He wrote the entire thing. He was frustrated with rewrites and general mishandling by the studio and others involved. For those wondering how this movie may differ from what he imagined, you are in luck. He released a version of his original vision with Dark Horse Comics. This was called The Origin. So how does this differ? In Whedon's original script version, there were some significant differences, including Merrick, who was played by Donald Sutherland, actually committing suicide to escape being turned into a vampire himself by the big bad guy Lothos, played by Rutger Hauer, completely terrifying in real life, let alone as a vampire, who wanted to know the Slayer's identity so he could kill her. Whedon's original script was also heavily rewritten to make this movie lighter and more palatable to a wider audience. Originally, Buffy burns down the school gym where the dance is being held in an attempt to destroy the vampires. Now, if you pay attention and if you do follow the TV show, you'll notice differences like this are referred to in the TV series, as Whedon considered the TV series to be a spin-off of the original story and not this movie version.
You have been chosen, Buffy,
To do what?
to stop the vampires.
Does Elvis talk to you?
Thank you so much for coming back to Nerd Safari to learn more about the movies we love. The original Buffy movie is definitely worth revisiting, if only to gain perspective on the wildly popular series, TV shows, and wider extended universe it ended up spawning.
The Slayer is unmasked. Let's finish it.
I think this relationship has potential.
Hi. How's it going?
You're obviously having a bad hair day.
As always, please tip your delivery folk, especially if you are expecting that bulk order of steaks and holy water.
You didn't even break a nail.
From us at Nerd Safari, stay safe and maybe let us know about some of the undead that you see wandering around in your neighborhood. We've definitely seen them in ours. We'd be keen to see how things are doing where you are.
Shut up and sit down.